Hello beautiful people, it's your girl Reynaissance Kiki, and today I'm here with another episode of Motorway Musings. Today, guess what? It's late in the night, and yes, I am not in the driving seat. I am being passenger princess today. But it's still Motorway Musings. It's been a while since we caught up on this podcast, and I'm here to say hello. How are you doing? I trust everything is going well. If you have not noticed, there's another podcast running on the same Reynaissance Kiki channel on YouTube that has more episodes going on there. There's so many things that we are doing over there, amazing things that will boost your productivity and positivity for this year 2025. So go over there and have a look, have a listen, learn one thing or two. Let's interact in the comment section and let's have a great time. Hi beautiful people, as fate will have it, we're still on the journey. It's 9 p.m. still traveling. Ghana for you. Guess what's happening right now? You won't believe it. You won't believe it. You won't believe it. I'll tell you more when we get to a safe space. We came across an evil person. I'm deciding to take this angle of looking at things because I don't want it to be as if I'm here to lambast the Ghana Police Service. Because if anything at all, by virtue of what I've said before, the fact that we came across so many stops with so many officers, and that wasn't the norm, that they would try to do something, but rather it was only one of the stops that did that, is actually a feather in the cap of the Ghana Police Service, that the officers within the service are truly concerned about what it is they should be concerned about, right? So, if you're a Ghanaian and you're watching this, you probably know that it is, in times past, has been the tendency of some people in the service to use the opportunity that they have standing by the roadside to, for lack of a better word, I'll say beg for money. And they have two tactics that they use for this. If you present a friendly smile and whatever, and they look at your car and they think you may be in the position to even do that, they may ask you directly, "Oh, officer, yeah, bro, your boys are on the ground," such terms. And then if you have maybe a snack or something, you could share with them, because being at the security post, sometimes they're in the bush, they're out of they are in no man's land, and besides their own few highlighting or lighting system, there's no street light, so a drunk driver could just run into them. It's really dangerous, but that's another topic for another day. And the other group would try to inspect certain things, check until they see something that is off. And in this particular instance, it happened that the roadworthy certificate of the car had to be renewed in March. Today is 15th March, so yesterday was 14th March. So it had to be renewed sometime in March, and it was a couple of days expired. So this young fella and his gang, and they always work together, right? It's not one person alone cannot do that. So when you get a group of, there's a term I want to use, but I'm choosing my words carefully, a group of people who are not in alignment with God. Let me put it that way. When you meet a group of people who are not in alignment with God, they are there to extort from you. They are there to not make your life better, and not ensure your safety and your security, which is what police does for the citizens of the nation. But they are rather there to sort of find how they could extort from you. It's sad. It's very sad. And I would say that it's a couple of officers that are still running the show and are still putting the good work of the Ghana Police Service under disrepute by these actions. At that time of the night that we were driving, I had to check my time just so I could have an idea in case anything went wrong. So it was a long journey, and at that point in the journey, it was 9:26, almost 10 p.m. Almost 9:30, let me say. Almost 9:30 p.m. It wasn't a drunk driver. He wasn't overspeeding. There wasn't anything glaringly on the car from the way maybe a noise that was making or smoke coming from his exhaust to make the police officer want to think that the car was not in good shape to make the journey. Our insurance was intact. There wasn't anything that showed that we would put ourselves or the lives of other motorists in danger. And at that time of the night, my opinion is the only concern of a police officer of the Ghana Police Service would be to make sure that every motorist gets home safely and to fish out the bad nuts if they came into contact with them, to make sure that Ghanaians are safe. However, they had decided that they would fall into that old habit, that so much work has gone into trying to bring them out of that disrepute, that bad brand that they have, that they would use the opportunity to extort money. These guys were asking for 200 cedis from the driver. At some point, I didn't want to come in, but at some point I asked him. So at this time of the night, the roadworthy certificate of the car, which can only be done in the destination where we are going towards, has expired. You are aware by our demeanor that we only just found out. There's no way the DVLA has a system of even reminding you when these things are due. But at this time of the night, you think that a couple of days of this certificate running out is enough to want to detain well-meaning Ghanaians who have closed from work and are returning home for the weekend. He looked at me and said, yes. You know, these evil ones, I'm not even going to target as Ghana Police or whatever, but this is an example of when you come into an evil one. An evil one does not have, that's the term I didn't want to use, but I have to use it in the context of our podcast. These are what we describe as the evil ones. The evil one comes in your path. He's not concerned about you. He's not concerned about being of service to you, which is literally in their name. He's not concerned about your safety, your security, your well-being. He's trying to take from you in a way that doesn't serve both parties. Not only was it an ungodly hour, and that his prime concern should have been our safety and getting to our destination on time, he was actively looking out for a way to extort. So at some point I commented, when we had left the place, I commented that this feels like we have run into armed robbers. It doesn't feel like we came across the people that have been set aside to guarantee the safety and security of consent. I feel as if I just ran into a troop of armed robbers, and the only reason we got off safely was because the person that they had to converse with or whatever was able to convince them to let him go. But I didn't feel like I had come into contact with someone who understood his purpose, who understood, or some people who understood their purpose, who understood even going beyond the face value of what service they think they are rendering to society. Because it's at that portion of the road that we have so many police officers, but so it's safe. But the longer you keep us there, it means that when we are getting to our homes, it will be late in the night, very late. It's sad. It's really sad, but it's really the responsibility of every business owner, every leader, every director of or CEO of an organization to be able to smoke out and eliminate such personalities from their organization. That is how we will create a culture that is good. That's how we create a society from bottom up that respects those values and traits that will bring us to the place of good development. Thank you for joining me on today's episode. This is your girl, Reynaissance Kiki. I'm still tired from the trip. Let's talk later. Bye.